I'm seeing you later today.
We're going to the airport to pick Sam up. I see him. Hi, baby.
Hi, baby. Well, howdy partners. How you guys doing today? It's like 7:30 in the morning right now and everyone is asleep. So I'm currently in Florida with Monica, of course, my gorgeous girlfriend. And we've also flown her parents down here to have a bit of a vacation with us, which has been super fun. As you can tell, I forgot to wear sun cream one day. Well, basically, I'll tell you a story. I've never got sunburned in my life before. We were sunbathing on the first day, all day long. It was like 86, 88 degrees, and the sun was blasting down on us all day. And because I'd never got sunburned before, I thought I didn't need sun cream. Monica, throughout the day, was saying, Sam, you really do need to put sun cream on. I was like, no, it's absolutely fine. I've never been burned before, it's all good. And I woke up the next morning with this. Anyway, we have just been to Playlist Orlando. It was so super surreal, it was so super crazy. I'm going to talk a little bit more about that later with Monica, and I'm going to get going to the gym, and hopefully by the time I'm done, Monica will be up and we can get going with the day. So just before I go to the gym, I've spent an hour or so doing a couple of business calls, and guys, the location, this is like the best office I could ever ask for. It's insane. My gorgeous girl is awake.
Finally.
Finally at 10:03.
No, I'm already at 10:03.
To be fair, in her defense, when I got back from the gym, Monica was awake. She was just kind of in that unconscious phase where she couldn't really talk or do anything. She just kind of went, and then put her arm around me to cuddle.
Yeah, basically.
Firstly, let's talk about Playlist.
Playlist was absolutely incredible.
It was
a lot more fun than I thought it was going to be.
It was so surreal, wasn't it?
And we met so many of you guys.
We've met some of you guys that know more about us than we know about ourselves. Like, people were like coming up to us and being like, oh, do you remember this in this video and stuff? I'm like, no, I actually don't remember that, but thank you so much for watching that and remembering that.
It's just crazy putting like a view to the face.
Yeah.
Because like we see the views, but we don't actually see the people, and like the fact that people actually pay attention to them. I don't know, it's just like crazy to me.
It's crazy to me too.
It was so much fun. And we met Gavin, the little meme kid, and he followed me on Instagram!
Monica's,
you know the little meme kid,
Monica's
Gavin?
freaking out about that. He's so cute.
By the way, I didn't get Botox. My lips just look really big because they're chapped.
Yeah, because she picks them all the time.
Do you see that?
Yeah, at least you don't have crazy sunburn. I look like Larry the Lobster.
Oh, honey.
And Joey's hoodie's making it look even worse.
Speaking of Joey, we're going to go over, because they're next door, our manager.
Yeah,
and Joey.
So our manager, David, you guys may have met him before. So David and Joey Kidney, if you know Joey Kidney, he's staying next door. We're going to go over there. We're going to show you guys the puppies, because there's Bandit, who's a 1.5 old Jack Russell, and Teddy, which is David's new 3.5-month-old Jack Russell.
His legs are literally the size of my thumb.
Yeah, we're not even joking. So Joey kind of like concentrates on mental health stuff on his channel, and he's kind of like, I kind of view him as like a dad, like a father figure of YouTube.
Yeah,
like,
a little bit, yeah.
A lot of people look up to him. He has some absolutely brilliant advice. So Jinx, Monsoon.
Yummy soda.
He has some absolutely brilliant advice. So what we're going to do is we're going to head over to their room, and we're going to ask Joey to give us some advice on how to kind of deal with a long distance relationship, especially if it's affecting your mental health.
And because he's been in a long distance relationship before, so he's not just like saying whatever, like he knows it firsthand.
He's got personal experience with it, and he deals with kind of mental health stuff every single day and gives people advice on it every single day. And we get so many messages saying that, and it's understandable, saying that, you know, I'm apart from my partner for a year, and it's really kind of, at the end of the day, it's taking a toll on my mental health. So we want to see what kind of advice Joey has to give on that.
So, let's go over there.
So where are we going, honey?
Really far walk.
A really far walk next door to see the puppies. Hey, buddy.
Oh, well, we vlog.
Hello, buddies. Yeah, we're vlogging. Say hi, man.
Dude, I'm not used to this.
Huh?
Hi.
Lovely one, welcome.
Hi.
Hey, David.
Hello.
Okay, that's enthusiastic. So yeah, conveniently, guys, we are at literally next door out of, how many rooms do you think are in this hotel?
Oh.
Okay, guys. They're playing, I promise.
Okay.
So guys, by the way, this is Teddy. Hey, Taddles. And this one is Bandit. Yeah, and they fight all the time. and then as soon as I start filming, they start fighting
Now
again.
they start to fight.
It's like they fight for the camera, isn't it?
They know they're being filmed. They want the attention.
So basically, what we're thinking of doing today is Joey talks a lot about mental health on his channel.
Yeah.
And-
You're putting me on the spotlight.
Yeah, we're going to put you on the
Okay.
spotlight.
Yeah.
Cool.
So we were thinking, we get a lot of messages from people, and it's understandable.
Yeah.
When they're in long distance relationships, they don't see their partners for weeks, months, maybe even years at a time.
Go a little crazy.
Yeah, it can really take a toll on your mental health.
Yeah.
And Joey has personal experience with being in a long distance relationship. If you check out his channel, I'll put a link in the description, you will obviously be able to see that,
You'll see that.
in the past. So I thought, why don't we have a chat about, you know, mental health and long distance relationships and kind of your advice on how to deal with all of that.
Let's do it.
Yeah?
I gotta go back in time.
Our next door neighbour is kind of crazy. She looks like she
He's
loves
throwing
life at least.
Gang signs. We don't know what those mean.
What gang are you in? What gang are you in? Oh, she's a big lady. The least threatening gang.
Okay, now there's only one
Really?
again.
Stop it.
Wait, do it again.
I saw the camera in your face.
Just as a quick kind of disclaimer, guys, this is just our opinions, okay? Like, obviously, none of us can give, you know, legal
We're not
advice.
licensed
Like, none of
therapists.
us, yeah, we're not licensed therapists, so this is just our opinions and how we deal with these kind of issues in our long distance relationships. So, Joey, Monkey's got a few questions for you.
I only have 3. Okay. First question is, what do you do to be able to trust each other? Because that was a big thing with us in the beginning. I did not trust him literally at all. So what?
Why?
I think mainly it was because it was your first serious relationship.
Well, it's kind of difficult because it's a new situation.
Yeah.
You put your personal life into like kind of like a blackout room. You don't know what's gonna be.
And we barely knew each other like at that point. Like, we met for 5 days, and then like I don't know. I didn't like trust you.
Well, I think the only thing there is like honesty. Because
Yeah.
like once you guys probably opened up, then it became like.
Especially
clear.
because all these girls were saying, "Oh yeah, he's sending me this, sending me
Well,
that." So
that's-
it's like it puts it in my head, like what's going, like who am I supposed to believe? Like, I
That
don't
was
know.
that was definitely the main kind of trouble when we first started dating. It was just kind of my followers on Twitter that didn't like the fact that I now had a girlfriend.
Thanks, guys.
And they were trying to basically cause havoc, weren't they? And it got to the point where I was doing a concert in, I think, London or something like that, and I had really bad pimples at the time, and I had a pimple on my neck,
Oh, yeah, I
and
remember
Monica
that.
freaked out and made me FaceTime her halfway through the
Oh,
concert.
so it was a hickey
All of my
because-
friends said
because all her friends
that's-
were saying it
they're
was a
like, there's
hickey.
no way that's like nothing but a hickey. That's a hickey. You need to talk to him now. And I was like, oh my god, like it literally did look like.
Can't believe you put a pimple there to cover up a hickey.
I know,
It's messed up.
ridiculous,
Idiots.
isn't it? I literally had to FaceTime her and be like, no, this literally is a pimple, like, I can squeeze it for you if you
Yeah.
want.
Oh.
I think once you're like confident with yourself and like where you stand,
Yeah.
and it's the same with the other person too. Like it's a two-way street. And then once there's honesty, then I think once those all come together, then that's when you have like kind of your perfect relationship.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that was kind of actually the turning point for us, wasn't it? When I showed you that and you actually realised, like, wait, maybe I shouldn't be listening to other people, and
Yeah.
maybe he actually is just
Because the same
interested in
person
me.
tried to break us up again.
Exactly. So
It's a T, folks.
Yeah. We're not
Ask them right now.
the T.
No
Put it
way.
there.
It's the T.
Next question is, what are some of your best tips on keeping happy when you're apart? Because obviously you get really, really sad.
Well, you guys, I asked you guys this on the podcast, and you said FaceTiming, and I think that's probably like the number one thing. And then like keeping it interesting. And one of the biggest things when I was in long distance was planning the next trip. Once you
Yeah,
have that
that's
next
a
trip,
big thing.
you are fine. You're like, okay,
Really?
Anyways,
Okay.
so the second
Oh.
question.
the number one thing you could do was plan the next trip, because then you have something to look forward to.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's just hope, and it doesn't always last.
And you can
Yeah.
have like a little countdown, like
Yeah.
you have a little calendar kind of we used to do that.
Countdowns are insane. You have like 5 countdowns going at the same time,
I
right?
know.
Or like how many days it was since you saw somebody, or like, yeah. There's a lot of stuff like that, and like, I don't know, little surprises every now and then too. It doesn't have to be big. Sending cards is huge.
Yeah.
I used to, every time I went out to like any store, any city, I would always pick up a card, whether
Really?
it's a postcard, anything. I have loads of cards. And it's just fun. Even if it's just like a hi, I found this, thought of you,
Yeah.
whatever. I think that's awesome.
So basically, kind of set goals, like count down to when you're next seeing each other.
Well, yeah,
And-
otherwise you have nothing to look forward to.
Yeah,
There's no
100%.
point.
That's true.
So
100%. And during that time, think of creative ways to stay in touch.
Next question. If your partner is starting to seem uninterested and you're afraid to be honest, what can you do?
suck it up.
Guess you kind of have
No,
to.
literally, the hard truth is suck it up because it's gonna hurt way more in the end when you find out, or when they find out. And it's so much better to just be upfront and honest at the start.
And you might
rather
just
than
be in your
waiting.
head too. They might not actually be uninterested. You might just be thinking that they are. So
Yeah.
if you're honest and they're like, "What are you talking about? Like, I love you so much."
And then if you
feel better.
overthink it, you're gonna spiral into a black hole, aren't you? Because you're gonna
Yeah.
think, oh wait, and then you're gonna think like if they take 10 minutes to reply to a text, and they usually take 7 minutes to reply to a text, like you can literally like go into that.
Yeah,
you start
you can
thinking, oh my
overthink
god,
that.
maybe you can start to overthink like crazy, basically.
Yeah.
But it's definitely two ways. If you think that if they are actually becoming uninterested, there's probably something that you're doing that's probably not keeping them very interested or kind of pushing them away. So talk with each other, communicate.
Communication is-
Right, it's so key, and right there, and then you can figure out: am I doing something that's bothering this person? Am I killing this, or are they not doing something that's bugging me? It's also they could be bugging you as much as you can be bugging them. So just open up that conversation, be honest, and I don't know. It's kind of like inconsiderate if you don't, because then you can blame it on the other person when it could be
Yeah.
your fault. So just open up.
100%. And kind of adding on to that, if you're humans naturally, like if they want something, they're going to be more and more clingy. Like if I feel like Monica's kind of not loving me as much, not giving me as much attention, I'm going to try harder and harder naturally to get that attention.
We like to chase.
Yeah, humans naturally like the chase, which, like you said, is just going to push them away further, because then the partner's going to think, wait, like they're getting clingier and clingier and clingier, and especially if they're starting to go off you anyway, that's going to annoy them. So, yeah, wait it out, talk to them, and you have to deal with stuff, don't you?
Oh, 100%. Especially in long
Yeah.
distance, because
Oh my God,
it's
yeah.
gonna last. If you don't deal with it when you're like with that person,
Mhm.
that lasts like what? It could be like 6 months, could be a week, whatever. That time until you see them again, because
It will
nobody wants to
drive
do
you
it.
crazy.
It'll drive you crazy. No one wants to do it over the phone, but it'll happen, and then it's never a good idea to do it over the phone. Yeah.
Just as a little kind of nugget of advice, if you're in a long distance relationship, try and sort out all those kind of awkward questions as soon as possible. So like figure out how many kids do you realistically want to have, when do you want to get married, like look at like time frames, like where do you want to live, all that kind
We
of
had
stuff.
that conversation in the first day.
First
that we
30
met.
seconds.
Literally, yeah. How many kids do you want? Like, if you didn't want kids, we probably like wouldn't date. Like, if you knew how many kids I want and you don't want any, then we probably wouldn't have like.
100%. And the harsh truth is, long distance relationships are expensive. So
Do you think that can change though? Your mind can change.
Yeah.
So if you
Yeah,
guys
I
don't want,
think so.
if one says you don't want kids now, would you break up with them?
no, I don't think so. I think at this stage we'd probably have to compromise, wouldn't we?
Yeah.
And relationships are about compromise. Like at the start of a relationship, I kind of had my heart set on living in south of France,
I want to
Um,
stay in New York.
and she wanted to stay in New York, so we both compromised. And so basically she just wanted to be in America, and I just wanted to be in a nice hot climate. So we thought Florida. So that's why we decided we want to live in Florida.
And then we fell in love with it here. We come here all the time here.
Joey, thank you so much for
Joey, thanks for your advice.
being on the video and
For
giving
my-
some awesome advice.
My single giving relationship advice.
Anyway, Joey, what are your social medias, buddy?
Everything's Joey Kidney because nobody else has my name, so that's basically it.
There you go.
Yeah.
Easy.
Subscribe if you're watching right now. Subscribe. Just do it.
Subscribe.
Turn on the bell notification. That's annoying that they don't get notified.
Oh yeah, I forgot
Yeah.
about the bell.
Yeah.
Turn our bell on.
Hit the bell. Get notified.
Can you turn our bells on too?
Yeah, you know what,
Comment
we-
down your favorite part of this video.
Yeah.
Do that.
Is it Bandit scratching the door or Teddy attacking Bandit?
Yeah, or is it them fighting? Or is it actually like Joey giving some great advice?
It's definitely the fighting.
So if you liked it, like I said, Joey's links and his YouTube and we'll put his Twitter and his Instagram and all that kind of stuff down in the description below. So check out Joey. And he also gave us these awesome hoodies recently. I've been wearing it all morning, as you can see, so check that out as well.
And you guys got hoodies too that you need to sell. So
We will promote.
they're really bad at promo.
Yeah,
trying to
we
get
hate
them to do it.
promo. You can
We
still
hate
get our
like selling.
sweatshirts.
Yeah, you know our Breaking the Distance sweatshirts that we
Yes.
basically heavily
They're gonna put a
promoted like
photo
2 weeks ago?
over me.
Whoa!
Look at that. That looks so
Should we switch the
good.
picture? Wow, guys, you're just looking at me.
I know, you said wow and I was just thinking wow looking at you, so.
That was smooth. That was a smooth one.
Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching with Joey, and we're going to continue the rest of the day now. What we're going to do is go to the mall, go to a car dealership, eat a bunch of food, and that's basically our day. So, and Joey, you're heading down to Miami, aren't you?
I'm going to Miami.
He's going to the beach.
Miami trick. Hey.
Monica's definitely not expecting this.
What was the carrot in that one?
They convinced me to buy her an engagement ring.